Welcome to the final meditation reading for Lent. I'll be discussing John chapter 20, verses 26 through 29. Before I do that, however, I'd like to set the scene for you. These verses take place 8 days after the resurrection. Thomas, who was one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came to them after the resurrection. So they told him about it, that they had seen the Lord, but his response was, "Well, unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails and place my hand into his side, I will never believe." Well, this was one of the first meetings that our readers have to doubting Thomas. It's interesting to note that he was not the only one who doubted the resurrection. When Mary reported that she had seen Jesus to the disciples, they didn't believe her either. They stated that they would only believe when they saw Jesus for themselves. Well, Jesus showed them his wounds, and then they rejoiced. This brings us to John 20, 26 through 29, tonight's verse. 8 days later, his disciples were inside again, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands, and put out your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." Thomas answered him, "My Lord, my God." Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet still believe." The doubt of Thomas and the other disciples initially wasn't unreasonable. After all, people are not resurrected every day. That was as true in the first century as it is today. How often have we heard or even said the phrase, "Oh, I'll believe it when I see it"? Thomas came full circle from total disbelief to total devotion. He represents all of us who find it difficult to believe in the incredible. He also represents those whose beliefs or faith has taken them where no one has gone before. Jesus makes the statement, "Blessed are the ones who have not seen but believe." This word is directed to all of us readers who have faith and believe in God's promises without actually seeing them, and encourages us to keep that faith. All of us have had times in our life when our faith has been shaken. I encourage you to think of those times and listen with your heart to God's word that those who believe without seeing are truly blessed. And let it strengthen your faith that God will be there for you and stand by his promises.